Hey, you're dressed marvelously similar to how you dressed in your update video. Could you have filmed this on the same day? Shockingly, you're right. God, I'm so weird. If you did watch the update, you will be entirely aware of the fact that I have decided to do unscripted book drop reviews, commentaries, musings. Since I pulled my disappearing act on this channel, I have dropped God knows how many books. I'm not gonna go into every single book because I don't remember them. But for the purpose of, wanting to discuss things, I have picked 4 to talk about. We'll save the most surprising drop for last. She says as if she didn't put this in the video title and thumbnail. Dropped books kind of present a whole unique problem because you don't quite want to review it because you haven't actually read it, but you don't want to not talk about it because you goddamn have opinions that goddamn need to be said. In all seriousness, I think I probably have dropped 20 plus books over my YouTube break, but I decided to just go with 4 of them. Did I just disappear to grab the book that I forgot in this pile? Yes, I did. And I think the color just dramatically changed as a result. Surprise! There are now 5 books in this pile. And trust me when I say, there are some authors in this pile that I feel really bad for not reading. But we'll save those, we'll put those aside. We will ease our way into this shocking book pile. First one that is on the F This I'm Out list is this one, An American Duchess by Sharon Page. I was so excited to read this book because it was a 1920s romance. Romancelandia needs more than just Regency land. And I was super excited to read it because the heroine was a brash American and the hero was like an uptight Mr. Darcy. And the whole plot was her and his brother agreeing to have this farcical marriage and that would end in divorce so that she could get her money. And then older brother is the hero and he found out about it and woo, we're gonna riff and angst and fall in love. That's the plot. If you really, really want to know what it is right now without having to click away, there it is. You can pause it to read it. Okay, you're back. And for all I know, this book could have been amazing. I don't know because I literally only made it to page 27. I probably dropped it for one of the stupidest reasons that you can drop a book. Why did I drop the book? Her dress was way too fucking short. And that's not me slut shaming or body policing. That's just me being really fucking irritated about historical inaccuracies. The book takes place in 1922. The hero meets the brash American, and the hero notices how absolutely shocking it is that her dress is up to her mid-thigh, or knee, I don't remember which. And I am not a fashion expert, but I know that's not how they dressed in 1922, in America or England. It's this misconception that we have that dresses in the 20s must have been so short because it was so shocking. And it was shocking. It's just like this much skin is a lot when you don't show anything. There's a vintage YouTuber I follow, I think her name is Karina, and she has this whole amazing video about misconceptions about 1920s style. And it didn't help that I watched that video like a week before I started reading this book. It's the stupidest reason to drop a book, I admit it. And yes, I realized that the cover showed the dress being very, very short, but I could ignore that because that's cover design and cover design never matches the inside of a book. Also, the hero was like a giant asshole. It's probably more about the dress than it was about the hero, but yeah, so that's why I dropped that book. Next! Elizabeth Boyle's Confessions of a Little Black Gown. Yeah. Plot is there's a house party and the heroine is there at this house party and the hero is supposedly the Duke's unassuming bumbling vicar, but no surprise, he's a spy. And the heroine is like, ooh, he could do things to me. And I like that. That was fun. I was here for it. And I lasted a good chunk. 113 pages worth of chunk. Again, if you want to read the whole plot, here it is. Pausing, waiting, and we're back. Okay. I dropped this book mostly just because the cast of characters was a lot and it seemed like we got so much other stuff I didn't care about Like, I think the interactions that the OTP have are like very fleeting, and yet these small little moments are supposed to be like, are so intense, and I'm just reading them like, okay. It was just a case of the book was so overwhelmed with like other stuff, the external conflict and all these other characters that I didn't care about. I just had to drop it, and I feel bad because the writing was really good and the setup was really fun. I really liked the cover, but I just had to drop it. Next! Oh, we're getting out the big guns now. Okay, don't crucify me, internet, but Mary Blogs, sorry for mispronouncing her name, someone to wed. Yeah. Oh man, I really hate, again, another fantastic plot. And again, if you want to read it, here it is. Okay. Hero inherits an estate that he can't afford and he's ill-prepared to manage. And the heroine is a recluse. She is an outcast because she has a wine stain on her face, on half of her face. Here is the technical term for what that is. And I am all about imperfect characters. All about that. Admittedly, I would like something with a little bit more substance than just a wine stain. Like, hey, can we have disability representation maybe? Or like diverse body types? I don't know, I'm getting off track. Point is, a wine stain is a wine stain and I'm here for it. But I quickly found out that I'm not here for Mary Blogs' writing style. I know she is a fantastic writer. She is like somebody took Jane Austen and plopped her in the 21st century. But I couldn't do it. I am a person that likes quick dialogue, a lot of dialogue, snappy. And I don't necessarily mean it has to be witty or funny. I like my scenes to have a good, quick pace to them. And Mary does not write that way. I mean, her paragraphs are like half a page. The dialogue is sparse. There's a lot of inner musings between the dialogues. And for me as a reader, that just does not work for me. But her writing is beautiful and it is strong character. But it just does not hold my attention, the writing. It just doesn't. But I tried really hard. I did. I made it to page 228 out of 361 pages. But I couldn't do it. And can you see how bad I feel about this? Because I really feel bad. But again, I just couldn't. Sorry. Next. Oh, we're just gonna keep right on rolling with the big guns, aren't we? Yep, we are. Meredith Duran's Ladies' Code of Misconduct. Oh man, if this video doesn't get me kicked out of the romance fandom, nothing shall. Here's the technical plot. The heroine is trapped in an abusive family. The only way she can escape is through marriage. The hero is a reprehensible shithead. I mean, like, genuinely, he's like the Republican version of, you know, a politician in Regency land. He is selfish, he is a craphead, and then he gets his memory taken away from him, and the heroine says that they're married and they're really not, and so there's the whole big drama about that. Everyone thinks they're married, they're not. Okay, I did a really great job of explaining that plot. Let's keep going. No, I didn't. Basically, this is like an amnesia, I'm lying to you, we're married, except we are so not, but you think we're married plot. There's a couple reasons I dropped this. One, there was so much other stuff about politics that I did not care about. And let me preface this by I cannot speak. I don't mind politics in my books. I mean, that's what books are. Like, if you don't think books are political, then you just obviously are not a reader. And I'm extremely liberal, extremely progressive. I mean, I love a fuck you to the status quo. I love that message in books. But that's not really what this was. Like, it focused on this one specific bill that was how we need to like change these people's minds to make them support this. I don't know, it just didn't work for me. I did not care. I wasn't emotionally invested in one of the external conflicts of this book. And I also wasn't really invested in the internal conflict either. The whole dynamic could have been really fascinating about the hero struggling against the idea that he was a shit person before his memory loss, and he's having to deal with that. He is a better person after losing his memory because he's back to who he was years ago, and that's really fascinating stuff. But I didn't care. It just did not work for me. I know I'm repeating myself, but for some reason the writing just kind of like drug it out and like repeated this a lot in ways that weren't fun. And then you have the heroines, oh God, I'm a liar, I'm a terrible person. I hate that. This book frustrated me, guys. I was very frustrated with these two characters because I liked them, but just the way their conflicts were structured, it was a slog. And you wouldn't have guessed it by following along with my live tweets, because goddamn, I had so much good shit to say about this book. And yeah, that was... It bounced off the couch and it hit the tripod, I think. Or maybe not, maybe it just bumped it. We'll find out in post. Next! The piece de la resistance. I don't speak French, I'm a dumbass. The final book that is the most shocking of all the drops of the dropping thus far. The book that shocked the shit out of me that it was a drop. But it was a drop nonetheless. And that is... God, I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it. Tessa Dare's The Governess game. I know, you guys, I know. Oh... All right, let's get this puppy on the show. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm so stressed out. Okay, plot. Setup is the heroine is a watchmaker who finds herself needing to be the governess to the dude she crushed on very briefly at a chance meeting in a bookshop. Loved the writing. It's Tessa fucking Dare. I mean, come on. Her characters are fun. The children were hilariously realistic in their suffering and their morbidity. That's a whole subplot. The heroine was a nerd and smart and kind of outspoken and working class. The hero was there. Two big reasons I dropped this book. Number one, I didn't buy the romance. Point blank, found it, for some reason, it almost read like the book was taking this heroine and forcing her by circumstances and by the fact that this is the hero, so this is the man she's supposed to be with, forcing them to fall in love. It was like putting the right shoe on the left foot. It never clicked in my brain that these people are supposed to fall in love, or these people do fall in love. It felt A to B. It felt like it wasn't an organic relationship to me. It felt like, okay, you're here, so now you're supposed to fall in love with him. I can't explain this, and this is why I'm not reviewing this book, because I cannot understand my feelings. I never bought them as a couple. I always felt like, what was her name? Alex, her name is Alexandra. Alex was supposed to be with somebody else. That's the vibe I got the whole book. That's like the main reason that I dropped the book. But as you can tell from my previous wordage about the hero, his conflict was laughable. I mean, I'm not shading Tessa. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to her. I'm just saying the whole thing that he is like angsty about just was ridiculous. I will buy literally any internal conflict. I mean, you could say that you're afraid of a coffee cup and that's your whole entire drama problem. And I'll believe it if you sell it well enough. But if you just tell me over and over and over again that this coffee cup is offensive and has hurt you in the past, I'm just not gonna buy it. I need flashbacks. I need interactions with other characters outside of your circle that prove this. I need examples. Don't tell me. Show me. And that's what this book did. This book just had the hero constantly, I'm not good enough, I can't keep promises, I'm a bad boy, blah, 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 blah. Oh look, I'm about to reveal the big reason why I can't be with you. Whoa, here comes your BFF trudging through the door to tell you he's a bad guy, stay away from him, let me tell you why he's a bad guy. That was a lot of words. And that was the point that I dropped the book. I hesitated to put this in the video because this is a new release and I loved the first book in this series. I mean, The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. I lost my ever-loving mind over that book. And you wouldn't expect that I would have dropped this book either, because the whole time I was live tweeting, I was fangirling. Because there is stuff to fangirl about this book. but it didn't work for me. Like I said, I hesitated to put this in the video, but I was talking to a Twitter friend in DMs and she had the same problem I had. And she even had some consent issues with the hero regarding a certain cunnilingus episode where there was not communication involved. It didn't hit me that same way, but yeah, I can see where she's coming from. These are just a few of the big guns that I've dropped over the course of my YouTube vacation. There's probably gonna be more of these kinds of videos, especially when I'm in a giant book slump. But again, nothing is planned, nothing is scheduled. We're all living on the edge of YouTube. What the fuck is Fangirl Musings doing? Was that even a complete thought? Probably not. But so that I don't feel less alone, if you all have any controversial book drops or authors that everyone loves that you don't love, tell me those in comments. I would like to know what those authors are and what books those are. But I've been recording for a long time and my voice is tired, and that's the end of this video. I'm done now. Toodaloo.